Okay, so as usual, I've put down some primer potion from Urban Decay. Now, for those of you that suffer from oily lids like I do, it's always a good idea to use some kind of primer on your lids. Even if you're going to use a paint pot or a cream base, use a primer first because it will really help to minimize any creasing that may occur during the day. Because I do hear from people that say, you know, when I use paint pots I still get creasing. Well, in the summertime I can't just use a paint pot by itself. I definitely have to use a primer. So it's a good idea to use a primer across your lids and then go ahead with your cream base. So I'm going to go ahead and use Painterly. I'm just going to put that on with my fingers, and I am going to take that right up underneath my eyebrow. What I'm going to use now is a pigment, and this is one from BarryM. Now there are no names on these, there's just numbers, and I believe this one's number 51. And it's just a really nice, I'll show you on my hand here, purple tone. Real pretty. So what I'm going to do is place that all over my lid. And just up to the crease. This is a little bit shimmery, so if you don't like shimmer, you know, obviously use something that's a little more matte or satin. The next color that I'm going to use is this one here. It's called Satin Taupe, and this is a MAC color. And taupe colors, if I'm not mistaken, somebody maybe can correct me, taupey colors are kind of like a brownish purple. There it is there. And you can see that it looks like there's a little hint of purple running through that. So what I'm going to do is take my flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to place that right out here in the outside corner and work it inward. And if you want, you can kind of place your brush at an angle and kind of work it at an angle and then over. And then kind of run your brush right into the crease here. Okay, what I am going to do now is take a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to start blending out this top line. And you can blend over and kind of up. I'm going to take a little bit of these two colors here. These are called Tissue Weight and Jest. And I like to use these right in here to kind of brighten up the dark areas that I have. And then I blend it up into the darker shade along my brow bone. I just like to do this. My eyes are deep set, and this really kind of helps to take care of shadows that I may have, really brighten up my eye area. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take a flesh tone color, run that right underneath my eyebrow. Now this makeup is more specific for somebody with green eyes. Green eyes look good in taupey brown colors and deep purples. Now the way that I have it right now, this could be a really nice kind of easy wearable look. More like an everyday look. So this is what I'm going to do so that you guys have some options here. I am going to curl my lashes and add some mascara, and then I'll come back and you'll see that this could be like a really wearable look, maybe for work, or if you're in a hurry, you know, you need to get out the door quick. I'll show you what the finished look is like, and then I will take it a next step further, and then eventually we'll end up with a dramatic look. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and add some mascara, and I will be right back. Okay, so here is a nice everyday wearable look. And again, this tutorial is geared more towards someone with green eyes, but actually anyone with blue, brown, even gray eyes could wear this kind of makeup look. It's just real simple. It's a light kind of grayish purple all over the lid, and then a taupey brown in the outer corner. And I just kind of kept it right here on the lid, the darker color in the outer corner, and worked it in. And then just blended it up as I went along. So this is real quick and easy to do. Like I said, you know, 10 minutes and you're out the door. So now if you wanted to do a little extra something, if you have more time in the morning, what you can do is go back into that original purple that we used. And again, this is the BarryM color. And what I'm going to do is take a pencil brush. I'm going to run this along my lower lash line. And I'm going to start at the outer corner. And I'm just going to work it in. Now I'm pressing this because it is a loose shadow. And I don't want all kinds of fallout. So I'm just pressing it in as I go. And I really like this eyeshadow color. I wish that BarryM was available in the United States because they really do have nice packaging, which again, I don't really care about packaging, but they're just small enough. They don't take up a lot of room. And it's not tons and tons of product. I mean, lots of product is good, but if you are just using it on yourself and you have tons, it's, you know, it kind of takes you forever to go through it, and there's a good chance it'll go bad before you can finish it up. Okay, so there is the purple along the lower lash line. I hope that it's showing up. It might not be. I'm going to go back into that original brown, the taupe, satin taupe color that we used. Same pencil brush, and what I'm going to do, I realize that I say, okay, now what I'm going to do, or what I'm going to do next. I realized that the other day when I was editing a video, and every time I'd go to a new scene, I would say, okay, what I'm going to do next is, so now I'm really aware of it. Got a little bit on my pencil brush, and I'm going to take that right into the outer corner here. And I'm just pushing it in, just basically right out here in this outer corner. And I'm not going to take it in any further than that. Okay, for the waterline, instead of using black, to keep this a little less maybe dramatic, for those of you that like to wear eye makeup but you don't like to use black, or you don't like to be too dramatic for daytime, a great alternative to black would be a gray. I have this one from Ulta. It's called Smoke, and I will swatch it here for you. It's this one here, and it's a really nice combination to this purple. So I've already put it along my lower lash line. Put it on this side now. It's a really pretty look. It's kind of subtle, and you can put some on your upper waterline as well. Okay, so I have the gray liner on my waterline, and I think it's really pretty. It's not overly dramatic. Again, for those of you that don't like to wear black on your waterline, gray is an awesome alternative. There's also another color here that's really pretty. It's called Dove, and it's from Ulta. And this might be another option. It's a bit lighter than the gray, and it does have a little bit of a purple undertone to it. So it's a really pretty color, and it would complement this look very well. Also, what you can do, if you have extra time or you like a little bit more color, you can take a little bit more of a purple tone. I have this one here from Victoria's Secret. I don't know if they make this anymore. This one is called Divine. I actually got this on a clearance table there for $2 or $3. I'm going to use that same eyeshadow brush there. I'm just going to take the smallest amount, not too much, and I'm going to press that in right over the brown. And this will just darken it up just a little bit more. And I'm just gently pressing it in. Nothing too severe here. This is just adding some darkness and depth to the look. So there you can see that it just darkened it up just enough, and then what you want to do is take your blending brush and just blend these edges out. So here is a different version of the look. I like this one. I think it's really pretty, very wearable. I don't think that it's... I don't think this is too much. Like, I think that you could wear this to work and it would be appropriate. So what we're going to do now is amp this up a bit and make it a little more of a dramatic look. Okay, so I've chosen some colors to turn this into a more dramatic look, but keep in line with the purple tones. So I'm going to use this color here. This is from MAC. It's called Tracks, or Beauty Marked. I'm sorry, not Tracks, Beauty Marked. And as you can see, it's kind of a blackened purple. When you swatch it, it looks black, but there are purple flecks in it, kind of purple glitters that run through it. So we are going to take this color on that same flat eyeshadow brush, and we're going to press that in right out here in the outer corner. And as you press it in, push inward with it. This will really make this a more dramatic look, perfect for going out, but kind of keeping in tune with that purple look that we have going on. I like the purple and brown, definitely, but this would be more appropriate for an evening out. Alright, now I'm going to blend. Take that same fluffy brush that I have here and start blending in. You can do little circles if you like. You can just come out like this and then blend inward. Whatever technique you're comfortable with. Okay, what we're going to do now is take an angle brush, go back into Beauty Marked. We're going to run that along the lower lash line and take it about halfway. We're not going to take that all the way over. If you have deep set eyes, you want to keep all the darkness in the outer corner. That will really help to kind of elongate the eye, make it look like it's longer out this way. Alright, so I went ahead and filled in just about halfway with Beauty Marked from MAC. And also, for those of you that didn't see my newest video, I did a haul video, there is a color from Wet n Wild. It's the We're Blasting Off palette, and this color here in the center is a perfect dupe for Beauty Marked from MAC, and it's actually way more pigmented than Beauty Mark from MAC is. And actually, I don't know why I didn't think to use this one. I totally forgot that I had it. I'm going to push some of that in right along the lash line here. It's so much darker than the MAC color. So for looks like this, it's pretty. Okay, you can see that really kind of darkened it up. It's an excellent color, just very pigmented. Go ahead and take a highlight color now, and take your favorite highlight color. I just happen to use this one. It's called Dazzlelight, and it's from MAC. Really like this color a lot. I'm just going to highlight right underneath the arch. And then also take it to the inner corner. Just a little bit, not too much. And then you can pull it down as well. Kind of just highlight that area. I love this brush. This is one of my favorite brushes. This is the Ulta Professionals Tapered Crease Eyeshadow Brush is what it's called. I just really like it. I feel like I have a lot of control. It works well with my eyes. Again, my eyes are closer together than normal. They're small and they're deep set, and this is just a perfect brush to get into little areas. So for those of you that have an Ulta near you, or you like to order online, I think that you would do well with this brush. I'm also really liking that Sonia Kashuk large crease brush that I got. This is just perfect for getting into this area here. You know, it's just big enough, but it's not so big that it takes my eyeshadow up into my eyebrow area, which I really don't like. And sometimes my MAC 217 brush, because the head on it is so much larger, the bristles are a little more splayed. Sometimes this brush has a tendency of taking my eyeshadow up a little too close to my eyebrow. I realize that I can control it more and keep it here, but if I'm not paying attention and I have the brush turned this way, it takes the eye makeup right into my eyebrow. So I have to make a conscious effort to keep this brush on the side right here and just make small movements while I'm blending. But I find that with this one, because it fits in here so good, I can control my movements just a little bit better with this brush. And the good thing about this is these Sonia Kashuk brushes are only $5.99. I think, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think that this Ulta Professionals brush, I think this is like $17. I don't remember. I bought this a long time ago, and I used one of my coupons on it. So I have no idea, and I'm sorry, I honestly can't remember. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is, I did it again. Well, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use some black eyeliner, and I'm going to line my waterline. I'm just going to go right over that gray. Okay, so I hit my eye with the eyeliner. As you can see, my eyes are watering. I am such a ding-dong sometimes. I am going to put some false lashes on. Woohoo! I'm just going to use some half lashes. I like full strips, but I like the half lashes better. I just like that out here in the corner. Plus, they are a little bit easier to work with. So I am going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup under my eyes, and I'll be back in just a minute. Okay, so that's it. We're all done. I went ahead and put the false lashes on, and just for a little bit more of a dramatic look, kind of make it sparkle a little bit more, I went ahead and I used my Wet n Wild Mega Shimmer Dust. I really am liking this very much. I'm sure that this is probably just like Reflex Pearl from MAC, and it just, my hair is so nuts. It just adds the nicest like shimmer to a look. This is in White Lotus. It's 262A. Probably won't be able to see it too well because I'm using my flip camera. But it comes in a little pot like this. I really am very much liking this. So here's the look. I hope you guys like it. I think this would look beautiful on green eyes. I really do. I have a book that I have read front to back, and it says in the book that taupes, you know, like brown taupes and deep purples look really good on green eyes. But they also complement a wide range of eye colors, but I was doing this look today for one of my subscribers who has green eyes and fair skin. So I really hope that you like this. I didn't want to do just, you know, purples or all browns, which is why when I first started out with this look, I decided to go with a lighter kind of grayish purple and then use a taupey brown in the outer corner and then get a little more intense with the purple. So I really like it. I think that this is a great look. You know, you can, like I said, you can go from everyday look and just glam it up a bit with some darker purple and some black on the waterline. Throw on some false lashes and you're good to go. So I'll show you guys real quick what I have on my cheeks. I just have this Jordana blush. It's called Rose Silk. It's a real pretty rosy color, and it's matte. I really like that. I'm not really into too much shimmer on my cheeks. I don't really like accentuating my wrinkles. It's not a good look. On my lips, I have I really like this lip liner a lot. It's the Jordana Mechanical Pencil Lip Liner in Rockin' Rose. And it's just a great color. I like it a lot. That's what it looks like. Well, I'll tell you what, I can't believe how much I missed using my Satin Taupe color. You know, it's so easy to forget about products that you have. I mean, I really have accumulated tons of eyeshadows, and it's easy to kind of forget what you have when you end up with too much stuff. But it's so easy for that to happen when you make YouTube videos, you know, because when you do reviews and hauls, you want to be able to show people new things, and the next thing you know, you've got tons of stuff. As far as my lip gloss goes, I'm using this from Jordana. It's in Fresh Melon, and this is just a really nice neutral tone, neutral shade. I like it. And you know, when you have this much going on with your eyes, it's not a good idea to go overboard with the rest of your face. And I actually think that right now at the moment my cheeks are a little think my cheeks are a little too bright right now. You can tone down brightness. You know, if you have a blush on and you put too much on, or you're just not really digging the color, you can use just a regular face powder to tone it down. Just take some of that pink out of there. So, but that's it. I put a little bit of my Clarins Mosaic Bronzer on. I used my Sephora Mineral Foundation. I'm not going to tell you about the concealer because the only thing I'll tell you about my concealer is for this tutorial I have the drugstore concealer on. So, I really don't know if you guys can tell in the videos. You know, if you can tell a difference between this one and the last one I did where I used the higher end, let me know. But it's kind of hard for me to tell. I think I can tell a little bit of a difference, like right in here, but I don't know. So let me know if you guys can tell a difference. So anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for requesting this look today. I have your name in my book. I have to write stuff down because otherwise I forget. S for Andy 63. Sandy 63, S for Andy 63. I don't know. But she requested this look today. So here it is. I hope you guys like it. It's probably going to end up being too long, but that keeps happening to me lately. So thank you guys so much for your patience. Thank you for watching and have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.